I also think this, and tell me if you think I'm right. I think in every relationship, there is someone that is a little more narcissistic than the other, or a little more predatory than the other, because there's someone that is a little more dominant, or quote unquote wears the pants. And I think in every relationship you can look around and you can see, okay, this one here is a little more in charge than the other one. Now, no one in those relationships would probably admit that. They'll probably say, oh no, we're a 50-50 partnership. We're even Steven. I was like, are you? Or is someone really a little bit more on the dark triad side, a little bit more on the narcissistic side? And because I do agree, it is a spectrum, right? There's severe, where on one hand you have the malignant narcissists, the ones that are physically and mentally abusive, that probably commit all sorts of assaults and maybe even murders in some cases, right? Same with the ASPDs. And then you have like a low-grade version that's not so terrible, but also noticeable. And I think everyone falls on the spectrum somewhere. On the other side, you have the codependents, or the people that would call themselves empaths. But I think I've never really been a fan of the empath saying. I think it's probably more so codependency and more so weak boundaries, perhaps.
I don't think a true empath would call themselves an empath, maybe.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like that's kind of a narcissistic thing to say.
Have you heard of the expression dark empath?
Yes.
That's a thing now, too.
Yeah.
I've read it. I thought that sounded similar to me, a dark empath. But I feel like it's really just someone who has self-awareness with a little bit of like narcissistic traits in there. That's really all it is.
Yeah, that term really like confuses me. People have told me that as a borderline that I'm a dark empath, like that's what that means. And I don't know. The term's used in different ways, so